Hey guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been quite a while since I last filmed a video. I just wanted to thank everyone who has watched my recent videos, even to all the people that I know in real life. Hello to you guys. I just hope you guys have found them, useful, and I guess some of the comments, it seems like it is. The reason why I haven't really uploaded anything recently is, well, because I've been busy, so it's not really a surprise. I thought I'd just film kind of an update video of what I've been doing over the past few weeks, because I didn't really film any of it, but I still think, it's good to record what's been happening. So for this video, you're not going to see me. Well, you might see like photos of me, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I didn't really, I didn't film this the past few weeks. So instead, you're just going to have this video playing in the background. Some of you guys might know it, but I do actually enjoy things like art and all that. So in my spare time, I like to do quite a lot of different creative things. And I guess most recently I drew this kind of picture thing. It was for some University of Auckland t-shirt competition. I don't really mind what's happening with that, but I just thought it'd be cool to show you guys. And also because I need something to play in this video. The last time I filmed a video, it was the beginning of the inter-semester break. So it was the end of semester 1 and we were having our break before semester 2. Right now it's the week before the mid-semester break, so halfway through semester 2. Yeah, and through that time we finished the respiratory system and we're currently in the middle of cardiovascular. For the respiratory test, it was hard, to be honest, and I was actually quite sick beforehand, so that wasn't very fun. Yeah. So I guess like every other system and module I've talked about in the past, it's cardiovascular is also intense. I think it's actually probably the most intense, but you never know. Maybe each module is just more intense than the last. But if you look at the size of the respiratory course guide, compared to the size of the cardiovascular one, you can really see that there was a lot more content in cardiovascular. And I think we have quite a few more lectures as well. So let me just check actually. So for respiratory we had 22 lectures and for cardiovascular we had 36. Well, we will have 36. We haven't finished the topic yet, but yeah, so that's already quite a few more lectures. And yeah, it's just been really packed. So on the first day when we started cardio, we had 4 lectures on cardio, but all on different aspects of it. I decided to go to all of the lectures, and after that I haven't been to all of the lectures since. It was just a bit too much, like, to be thrown so much content that's, they're all about cardio, but they're not necessarily all related, all like directly related, so it just made it was like just too much mentally and just got really exhausted by the end of the day. Not to mention on that day we also had SGA tutorials. So it meant I was on campus from around 8 a.m. to almost 6 p.m. in the evening. So it was, yeah, pretty full on day and I just didn't want to deal with that again. Yeah, so cardio itself has been really interesting though. I have definitely been enjoying the topic. I think it's just because I don't know, it's just like when you think about the human body, I think one of the common things is everyone will think about is like the heart and like how it pumps the blood around our bodies and stuff. So just going over it and all the mechanisms is pretty cool. It's quite physiology heavy, so we have lectures on the physiology side. So it is conceptual like RESP. I think RESP was a bit more conceptual in the sense like it was air, so you couldn't really see it. But things like blood vessels with blood flowing through it, for me personally, I find it easier to imagine. So in cardio itself, aside from all the lectures, we also have clinical problems and more physiology labs. So for the clinical problems, we have 4 of them, and they just cover different topics, I guess, or like expand on things that might have been covered in lectures. Because I guess for cardio, there's a lot more things that we can apply already at our level. So there's these things called, you might have heard of them, ECGs, which record electrical activity in the heart, and they're commonly used in the hospital to, see how well the heart is functioning. And we had 2 clinical problem sessions on it where we practiced reading these ECGs, trying to see what was wrong with the different ECGs and calculating different things like heart rate and all that. So I actually find that the clinical problems very useful. The only issue is they always start at 8 a.m. So again, that's another day in the week where I have to wake up early. It's okay though. The physiology labs, I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of physiology labs, to be honest. I actually don't think I've talked about them in the past because we didn't have them for musculo or digestive. And I didn't really, talk much about RESP. But we had them in RESP and we have them in cardio. I just finished my last report for the last physiology lab and I'm just glad it's over. It's something kind of, I guess it's basically like a normal lab where you, kind of conduct experiments and then answer a ton of questions afterwards and apply knowledge and all that. But I feel like me and my group always get so confused on what's happening that we always have to ask tutors and stuff, which isn't a bad thing, but it means we're always there from like the beginning to the end asking questions, and then we still have to go home and write the report because we didn't finish it. So it is quite a long process, but it's good, I guess. So the last physiology lab we had was just, recording different blood pressures. But the one before that was looking at something called the diving reflex, where we had one of the people in our group hold their breath in a bucket of cold water. It was quite interesting, kind of weird. I'm glad I wasn't the person, but I'm glad that my group member was willing to volunteer and take one for the team for us. Yep, so those were our physiology labs. Recently I also had clinical skills. Again, I don't remember if I've talked about this in the past, but for all the sciencey modules, we always have clinical skills that are based off the module we were covering. It is a bit of out of sync, so we just had the respiratory clinical skills, even though we finished RESP and we're on to cardio. So we had respiratory A and B. And for session A, it's usually just learning the skills, and then session B involves applying it to an actor. So for example, in RESP, we did percussions, so I guess feeling the different densities of the lungs, as well as listening to the sounds of a person breathing. And then we also practiced taking history from an actor who pretended to be a patient with a certain respiratory disease. So I actually quite enjoy the clinical skills. They don't happen that often, obviously, but it's always good to, I guess, have a break from all the theory, studying side of things, and actually apply something. So that's been pretty cool. Kind of linking on from that, another thing that we have coming up is communication skills assessment. So this is when you have an actor who pretends to be a patient, and you go talk to them and just try to understand the reason why they've gone to visit their pretend GP, I guess. So it's kind of, the assessment of what we've been doing in some of our clinical sessions. And we've also been spending lots of our SGAs also working on the appropriate skills where, it's like showing empathy, active listening, open questions, trying to get them to explain their problem fully, and just seeing them as a whole as a patient, so not just looking at their biological issues, I guess, or why are they not sick from a medical perspective, but also understanding them from a wider picture. How is their work and family being affected by this, or how's that interrelated as well. So to be honest, I am a bit worried for it, but I think it'll be okay because we have practiced quite a lot. And the actors or my friends will always say, "Oh, you did great." But in my head, I'm like, I don't really know, but okay, if that's what you say. Yep, so that's next week. But yeah, I don't know when I'm filming this. Maybe by the time I've uploaded this, it's already done. Yeah, so I think that's all I really had to share. Yeah, I'd just like to, again, thanks everyone for watching my recent videos. Sorry that I'm not a frequent uploader, but I think you guys have realized that by now. It's gonna be the break soon, so maybe that means another video. I don't know. Find out in a month's time. Alright, bye guys.